Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Hepshine Abhijit Malik. Today's date is 17th of September 2021 and today we will discuss about the loop statement. Means actually we will discuss firstly on the control flow statements and then the loop statements. Actually the loop statements are the subtype of the control flow statement. Firstly we will discuss about the control flow statements. If you talk about control flow statements, actually the control flow statements control the flow of the Java program. Actually, it is one of the smooth feature of the Java, and it controls the flow of the program. Actually, the Java follows top to down approach while executing a code, and control flow statements control that flow, and the loop statements are of its subtype. If we talk about the loop statements are used to gain output, which is to gain similar output for multiple times. If we talk about the loop statements are again divided into four types, that is four categories. First one is the do while loop, second one is the while loop, third one is the for loop, and last one is the for each loop. Actually the syntax of while loop and for loop is different. The difference between while loop and for loop is just of syntax, and the working of both will be same. And if you talk, firstly we will talk about the do while statement. In do while statements we will gain output at least once, but in case of while statements it is not happened. Actually in while statements there may be chances of no execution of the block of the while statements, but in case of the do while statements minimum at least once the block will be executed. If you talk about the syntax of the do while statements, firstly we will execute the block of the do, and then we will give condition in the while statements. Depend on that condition present in the while statements, they decided to execute do block again and again or not. That's all about the do while statements. If you talk about the while statement, firstly we will give initialization before declaring the while statements, then we will give condition in front of the while statements, or we will give condition in the while statements, then what output we want given in the block of the while statements, and at last we will give increment or decrement. That's all about the while statement. If you talk about the for statement, actually there is no difference between the while and for loop statement, but in case of the for loop statements the line of code will be decreases. That's the main difference between the for loop statements and the while statement. In a for loop statements we will declare initial condition, we will declare initial value, then condition, and then increment or decrement what we want will declare it on a single line of the code, and then what output we want is declared in the block of that for loop statement. That's all about the for loop statement. If you talk about the for each statement is used for conditions like array, and actually the for each statement is used for in case of the array conditions. That's all about the loop statements of the control flow statements. Okay, thank you.